Guys, welcome back to my channel. Trying to get a little bit going on here. Ignore my vacuum there in the background. That won't be there in a minute because I'll be covering it. But welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the what I got for Christmas video. Which I actually got a pretty good amount for Christmas this year, mainly because I got a couple gift cards and I've already used those to purchase other things. So technically it's what I got for Christmas. People gave me gift cards and I used them for other things. But first we're going to take you traveling because I'm going to show you what my parents got me for Christmas, my mom and dad. So let's go. Traveling with me to the kitchen. Ignore the mess because I do need to clean. But first thing we have here is this drawer right here that my parents got me. And it holds Nespresso pods for my Nespresso. Me and my husband, he's growing this green onions and trying to grow lettuce. It's not working out very well at the moment, but he's trying. Another thing I got was this thing right here. It's heavy, but I got this thing right here for my utensils. I love Pioneer Woman, so my mom got me a bunch of Pioneer Woman stuff. I also got, there's a bigger one, but I'll just show you the small one. Got one of these, the Pioneer Woman strainers. There's a blue one that's bigger than this, but this is like perfect for like single serving. If I'm just doing like single serving pasta or something. So that's what my parents got me. I'm going to show you what my husband got me now. We're heading to the bedroom. Because I already have it sitting in the bedroom. My shelves, they need to be organized. First thing he got me was this Ursula, because Ursula is my favorite Disney villain. So he did give me this, and this is like the newer Ursula from the newer movie, which I did like the newer Little Mermaid. Not the same as the cartoon, but. And then the other thing he got me here is this little Harry Potter set. I've been wanting, and I'm going to do a reread of Harry Potter maybe next Christmas season. I'm thinking about reading each one of them and then watching the movie after I read each book and just like giving my opinion on what they missed out on and what they could do. But I've been wanting this box set because it's the one where when you put them together, it's the castle, which I love. And I'm more of a paperback girly when it comes to books. I prefer paperback over hardback books. So let's go back to where we originally were sitting. And I'll show you. Oh, I already dropped something. Okay. Let's sit you back down. I got my Christmas tree still up. Ignore that. But so the rest of what I had to show you is what I got with I got 2 Amazon gift cards for my brothers, 2 of my brothers. They each got me a $50 Amazon gift card. So I'm going to be showing you what I got with it. First thing I got was this little 365 Promises from God's Word in color. It's like a little adult coloring book, but it has like verses on the side, and you can do one each day. It has verses and then coloring you can do. I want to start doing this each day when I do my daily devotional in the morning, because I have been doing my daily devotional, and we'll talk more about that after I show you what I got for Christmas, because there is some like extra things I want to do on my channel this year to be a little bit different and switching it up some. But I did get this little thing. So I'm going to do like every day I want to do one of these with my daily devotional just to kind of relax. I've always been a person who loved the color growing up. So I like that this is just small and compact. It's like the size of your hand. So it's very easy to color. And I like that it's something that I can add on to do with my daily devotionals in the morning and my reading of the Bible. Next thing I got was this, and this is, I can open up the page. It is the Erin Condren Book Lovers Reading Log and Journal. So it says so many books, so little time. And then you can put who this book belongs to. And then it has like a thing on like how to use the journal. It's smaller than I expected it to be. But this was like, I think $25 on Amazon. So you can put like your reading goals in here. And then the page after the reading goals is your daily, it has a daily reading tracker. So you can write the month up top, and then you can check off each day that you've read from your book. And then it has a section here where you can write your book, your review, your thoughts on the book. And there's like a big section right here where you can put like your favorite quote from a book in there, which I love because I think this is going to help me with my channel, just so like, because I want to start doing the videos like everybody else does, like their favorite books of the month or their favorite books that year. So I think it'll be helpful if I have this where it has like my book rating and everything. I think it'll be helpful to be able to look back on this and see like what books I read and which ones were my favorites and everything. So it has like a huge section for that. Then it does have a section, like if you do a book club, there is a section for book club and notes you can take and your ratings for the book club books. Which I don't honestly join the book. I'm not in a book club. So that's not really going to be useful to me. But, yeah. And then in the back here, you have your favorite books. So it has a list where you can put your favorite books and authors. So I am probably going to do that as I go throughout the month. Throughout the year, I'm going to add here all of my books that are like the ones that stand out the most to me. So I'll probably put like the book title, the author, and then I'll probably put like in parentheses whether it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, you know, so I know which books went with which month. And this just, I think, is going to help keep me more organized for my YouTube channel, so I can really do those book favorites and stuff. So I was very excited for that. And then the next thing I got is this is a 36-piece gel pen set. You remember those gel pens that they used to have in the 90s? I can't get it out, but pretty much looks like this. It's like the gel pens we used to have in the 90s. There's even like some sparkly ones, but yeah, I'm gonna put them like, I'm gonna end up, I thought they were gonna come in like a little case. It looked like they came in like a little plastic case. This is what the picture was on Amazon, and then it came in this. So I was like, so I'll probably just end up putting them in like a little bag or something to keep them in, because I got these so to use with my journal. And then I also got this, which is just a little case of mechanical pencils. So I bought these to write in my journal with, and then I thought I could go over it and make it look pretty with the gel pens. And then I also thought I could probably use the gel pens to color in my adult coloring book that I have here, because it did say on the, when I bought those when I was looking at those gel pens, it did say you could use them for coloring also, but we'll see. I might not. I might end up looking for some colored pencils to color in here. I'll try with the gel pens, but we'll see. I feel like it might take a little bit for it to dry, so there's that. But yeah. So let's get to the best part, which is the book portion, all of the books that I end up picking up. So the first one I end up picking up was The Housemaid Secret from Freedom McFadden. This is the second book in the Housemaid's book series, I guess. I know there's a third one that's going to be coming out soon. The Housemaid is the first book I ever read by Freedom McFadden. Loved it. That was literally so good. Kept my attention. I literally ate it up. I read it while I was on vacation and read it in one night. So I did not go to bed until I finished reading it. So I did get the second book in the series to have just because I loved the first book so much. And I wanted to read the second book, and it has like a giant hold on my library. So, there's that. Next thing I got is the Defy the Night and Defend the Dawn. It's 2 books. These are fantasy books. They're, I believe, YA fantasies from Bridget Kemmer. If you see my reading vlog earlier in the year, I read the Cursebreaker trilogy by her and absolutely loved it. It was a retelling, like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, fantasy retelling. This one I hear is supposed to be like Robin Hood. So the third book's not out yet. I have the first book and the second book, and the third book I think it's called Destroy the Day. It'll be coming out sometime this year, I believe. So I got these ones to read just because I love the Cursebreaker trilogy so much. I really enjoyed her writing. So it says, a spark of rebellion is all it takes to defy the night on the front. And then on the back it says, a daring outlaw, a desperate prince, a dangerous flirtation. It says, in the wilds of Candela, apothecary apprentice Tessa Cade has watched people suffer from a mysterious sickness for too long, all while the only cure, moonflower elixir, is saved for the wealthy. So every night she defends the royal edicts and sneaks out, stealing moonflower petals and leaving the elixir for those in need. So she's kind of like Robin Hood, taken from the rich and given to the poor type of thing. It says, in the palace of Candela, Prince Cork serves as the king's justice, meting out vicious punishments to agitators and outlaws. Cork must strike fear into the heart of his kingdom with a shortage of elixir and threats of rebellion looming. The king's grip on power is tenacious at best. But Cork knows his brother is the kingdom's best hope for survival. When an act of unspeakable cruelty brings Tessa and Cork face to face, the outlaw and the royal are confronted with an impossible choice and a surprising spark. Will they follow their instincts to destroy each other, or will they save the kingdom together and let the spark ignite? So these books sound really good, and I think I'll probably like it. I really enjoyed her other books and her writing there. I do want to eventually get the Cursebreaker trilogy to have on my shelf. That's how much I really enjoyed that book series. So just doing a little organizing here, because when I'm done, I'm going to show you the stack. So I had two, I don't know if I said, or I probably did, I had two $50 Amazon gift cards. So I got these all for the $100 Amazon gift card, pretty much. The next thing I got was the Carval Trilogy. I got Carval, I got Legendary, and Finale. And I'm sure you've heard people talk about this trilogy before. I do have the first 2 books of the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I don't have the third one yet because I'm waiting for the UK paperback cover to be released, and it hasn't been released yet. So, and it does take, you don't have to read these first from what I understand, but the Once Upon a Broken Heart series does take place within this world. It's within the same world, but... And I know some people said that where they loved the Once Upon a Broken Heart series, they didn't love this one. But I think I'm going to love it. I mean, it sounds amazing. It says, remember, it's only a game. And on the back, it doesn't really have a synopsis. It just has this like little ticket that says, Admit 1, to be used once to gain entrance into Carval. Main gates close at midnight. Anyone who arrives later than this will not be able to participate or win this year's prize of 1 wish. So, it sounds pretty good. Only thing that bugs me is the fact that this flap here is different than the others. Like, it has one of those flaps. The other ones don't have that. So, that kind of annoys me. But, I love the covers on these ones. I didn't love the UK covers, but I love these ones. They're like a soft matte, and I love how they're just dark. And I can't wait to read this. This is also, I think, a YA fantasy series. I believe it's YA. Usually when I read fantasy, I stick to YA because some adult fantasy novels are not clean. So, the next few books that I got are, I believe, Christian Christian romance books. So I had to think about it for a second. So the next two, I'm going to go ahead and show them to you because they pretty much go together within the same trilogy, I want to say. So I finally picked up a couple Pepper Basham books. I got Authentically Izzy and Positively Penelope. And she has a third one that's coming out later this year called, I think, Loyally Luke, which I'm here for. My son's name is Luke, so, and then I also seen a couple of people release reels where they said, if you like Luke from Gilmore Girls, you're gonna like the Loyally Luke book, so I'm here for this trilogy. I heard that, from book lover Amanda and from Oshina Reads It All, they both talked about these books. They have like letters and text messages and emails within these books, and I love when a book includes letters, emails, text messages. There's something about that that just gets it from me, and it's just so good. So on the back too, it's like Dear Reader. It says on the back of both of these ones. So this one says, Authentically Izzy, says, Dear Reader, my name is Isabel Louisa Edgewood, Izzy for short. I live by blue-tinted mountains where I find contentment in fresh air and books. Oh, and coffee and tea, of course, and occasionally in being accosted by the love of my family. You'll understand my verb choice in the phrase later. I dream of opening my own bookstore, but my life, particularly my romantic history, has not been the stuff of fairy tales, which is probably why my pregnant, misled, matchmaking cousin, who really is more like my sister, signed me up for an online dating community. The trouble is, it worked. I've met my book-quoting Mr. Right, and our correspondence has been almost too good to be true. But Brody lives across an ocean. And just the other day, a perfectly nice author and professor named Eli came into the library where I work and asked me out for a coffee. I feel a rom-com movie with a foreboding disaster nipping at my heels, but I've played it safe for a long time. Maybe it's time for me to be as brave as my favorite literary heroes. Maybe it's time to take the adventures from the pages to real life. Wish me luck. Authentically, Izzy. So this is like her, and it has a blurb from Colleen Coble in the back, which I know Colleen Coble does like romantic, I think it's romantic suspense, if not like Christian suspense books. So it just sounds so cute and bookish. This Positively Penelope one, it says the world could do with a little more kindness and positivity and random acts of singing, don't you think? So this one says, Dear Reader, my name is Penelope, and while I may not be a real-life princess, I've been told I possess a certain fairy tale heroine quality. I wield optimism as my weapon of choice, don amazing shoes and vintage hats whenever possible, and speak in musical references, all of which perfectly qualifies me to succeed in my new role as marketing intern at the historic Darling House Theater on the island of Skymare. Only, it seems this internship position is going to be a lot bigger than I thought. The Gray family, who owns the theater, has been stuck in a rut of darkness ever since the loss of their matriarchs. Now all that's left is a dying theater, a reclusive grandfather, 3 siblings, and an adorable 7-year-old girl who desperately needs some pixie dust magic. So that's what this story is about. My plans to save the theater. Plans that somehow keep being stolen by the local competitor and an anonymous online theater trope. And 2 single brothers who may be vying for this American girl's heart until they're not. Or maybe they'll just want me for my ideas too. And a dream job offer that will require me to make a truly heart-wrenching decision. I may not excel at finishing stories, but I promise to see this one through to its happily ever after. Positively Penelope. So I love it. I'm already loving these books. I cannot wait to include these this year on my TBR. And we'll talk, like I said, we're going to talk more about my plans for my channel at the end of this video, because I do have some plans for my channel. I'm actually planning this year with my channel because I love that I've gotten back into my love of reading that I've had since I was a little girl. And I credit it to my mom, who used to take us to the library all the time. I absolutely loved going to the library. It was my thing. When I was growing up, I loved picking out books and just the smell of the library. I often wonder why I didn't go to school to become a librarian, because I feel like I probably would have really liked that. But anyways, the last book that I picked up is from Mandy Blake. I've been wanting to read more of her books. So this is Just As I Am. It's Unfailing Love Book 1. So this is a series. And there is like a prequel to this series. So I'm going to read the prequel first because I have it as an ebook for my Kindle, on my Kindle. So I will be reading the prequel. Oh, my mind went blank there for a second. So I will be reading the prequel to this book before I read this one, because it's about how the couple in this one became a couple. And this is like, I wasn't expecting it to be this short little book, but I love the cover. It's so cute. And all of the books in this series have like flowers on the cover. They're all a different flower. It's just a short little book, 200 and some pages. Something I could probably finish in a day. But this one says she's running from trouble, but a fake relationship with a kind stranger might give her the protection she needs and a love she never expected. Declan King has lived a life of solitude and duty for the U.S. Army. When the deaths of his grandparents bring him home to his family farm, he is forced into contact with people who know too much about his past to simply leave him alone. Adeline Rhodes makes a daring escape from her controlling boyfriend, planning to hide out in the small town of Carson, Georgia. When Addie's past catches up to her, she finds herself thrust into a fake relationship to protect her from her vengeful ex. As Addie and Declan's chance meeting begins a journey that heals old wounds, they struggle to stay ahead of the danger and deny their growing attraction to each other. Declan will do anything to protect her, and failure isn't an option when Adeline's life is on the line. So how good does that sound? It sounds just so good and cute. I cannot wait to read this. And if I like it, I'm definitely going to pick up the rest of the books in the series. So, yeah. I've been wanting to read a Mandy Blake book too, because I've heard good things about her cowboy romance, her Christian cowboy romance series, which I think might be a good series. Like, you know, I've seen a couple of people do, at least Christian people do. I know Book Lover Amanda's done the video where if you like this one, or if you like this one book series, you might want to read it. Here's some alternative, like, cleaner reads that you could read. So I feel like her Christian cowboy romances could be like, if you've been wanting to read Elsie Silver's small town cowboy romances, they might be a good option to read instead of her cowboy romances, because from what I hear, they're really spicy. So yeah, that was the last book I picked up. So that $200 at Amazon went pretty far, if I do say so myself. I'm going to show you my stack here. I always like to show my stack. So that is everything that I got for Christmas. If that's all that you're here for, is to see what I got for Christmas, you can go ahead and exit now from the video, and I'll see you in my next one. Now I want to talk about my plans for my channel this year. Some things I want to do. Bringing my Bible here. Some things I want to do on my channel this year that I was thinking of just to change it up a little and to add a little something, include my faith into the channel too. So I feel like I want to share that. You know, I've been scared, honestly, to share it, because before I started booktube, I was doing beauty, and I was doing beauty and makeup, skincare, perfumes, that type of thing. I was more of like a beauty channel before I transitioned into a book channel than I am now. And I was always too scared to share that part of my journey here on my YouTube channel, because in the beauty community, I feel like they're so liberal. They're so, I don't know how to put it, but I didn't feel comfortable sharing my faith and all of that maybe because it didn't have nothing to do with beauty and makeup and all of that. And now that I'm more into books and transitioning my channel to a booktube channel now, because honestly, this has been my one true love since I was a little girl. I've always loved books. I've loved going to the library and reading. So yeah. Anyways, in my channel, one thing I want to do is I want to do a reading through my Bible in 1 year. Somehow I want to incorporate that on my channel. I don't know how I want to do the video yet. I'm gonna probably do maybe an introduction. This is the Bible I've been using. It's was gifted to me actually last Christmas by my brother and sister-in-law from my husband's sister and his brother-in-law. So they gifted me this for Christmas last year, and I've been reading the Bible more ever since. And I have started following a plan to read the Bible in 1 year. And I want to document that on my YouTube channel. So I've also been getting these. I've been getting these the last couple years. This is from In Touch Ministries from Atlanta, Georgia. And they do have a website. And they send these to you. You can sign up and they'll send these to you free. It's just, so it's like a daily devotional each day of the month. But then if you look at the bottom here, it has Bible in 1 year. And I like that it goes from like Genesis to Revelation. It's not going in like a lot of when I was looking for wanting to read a Bible in 1 year, it was going chronologically, which is kind of jumping around in the Bible, like tandem, reading in tandem kind of. And I think because this is honestly going to be the first time that I've attempted to read the Bible in 1 year. I have attempted to do it a couple other times, but I've always like fallen off. So I want to try. I thought, well, maybe if I created a video series on it, maybe I can do like a 6-month check-in or a monthly check-in of if I'm on track, where I'm at, and all that for it. And then maybe I'll post a video at 6 months about where I'm at. Am I still doing the Bible in 1 year? How am I doing sticking to it and all that? And then maybe at the end of the year, I can do like a wrap up. Did I actually finish reading the Bible in 1 year? My thoughts, things that I've learned, from reading the Bible, stuff that I didn't know before that I know now. So, and this is, I think, the 3rd or the 4th. I believe this is the 4th. So I've already been reading my Bible. I've already been doing that, reading the Bible in the year in my daily devotionals and stuff. I just haven't introduced it to this channel yet. But aside from that, I was trying to think of what I can do to incorporate the books on my shelf. Because if I'm being honest, I'm hauling all these books, but am I reading them? No, I'm not reading them. I'm putting them on my shelf and they're sitting there looking pretty, but I'm checking out way too many library books to actually read the books that are on my shelves that I really do want to read. So this year, and I'll probably start in February with this challenge for my channel, because I want to try to get out the books I'm reading for the Christmas books. So I'm trying to finish up reading my Christmas books for January, so February I can go back to just reading normal, regular books. I don't know how else to put it. So I can just go back to reading regular books, non-holiday books, wintry books. I do have a winter thriller that just came in, so I'm excited to get that. I have been trying to include one like wintry or Christmas thriller each week as I'm filming my reading vlogs, which I haven't posted one yet. You're probably gonna get the reading vlog before you see this from my Christmas week and the week after, because I end up combining into both weeks because it was just hectic week. It was a hectic week. My son was on Christmas break and everything. So it was a hectic week with reading and trying to update you guys. I haven't really been updating the reading vlog, but I am going to update it and like go over my thoughts on the books. Pretty much just been reading and not updating the channel. So I am gonna, when I go update the channel, talk about the books I've read recently, and then try to get more footage of me reading, because next week I'm gonna be reading a book that I actually got an arc of, and it was like from Mandy Blake. Actually, she sent me the arc of her book that's coming out January 17th. So I'm gonna read that next. That's gonna be included in next week's reading vlog. But so I am gonna try to post one this week, so next week that one will be in there, because I want to post that one the following weekend. That way it's like the weekend before her book comes out. That way anybody who wants to know my thoughts on the book, see me reading the book, it's going to be reading it on my Kindle, because she sent me the ebook. I'm very excited to read it because it sounds so good. It's a woman and a police officer or deputy, but I love a man in uniform, so I'm excited to read about that. That's one of the reasons why I'm excited about this book too, because it's about someone from the U.S. Army. I love it. But yeah. So, oh yeah, the challenge, I want to start in February with my channel to try to start reading some of the books that are on my shelves. I think I'm going to start with each week when I do my weekly reading vlogs. I try to post them every week. Sometimes it's every other week. Sometimes it's 2 weeks together. It depends on how busy I am. If I'm too busy one week that I'm not able to edit and post it, then I just combine 2 weeks together to post it. But I do want to start doing because I'm not going to stop checking out books at the library, because it helps me be able to read the books that I can't always afford to purchase for myself. But I purchase the ones that I think I'm going to like the most. So I think what I'm going to start doing is each week I'm going to start reading 2 library books, and then I'm going to pick one book off of my shelf in my bedroom to read that I actually own. So every week I'm going to read one book off of my shelf. So that's going to be like hopefully 4 books in a month that I'll be reading off of my own shelf that I'll pick. That way I can at least get through some of the books that are on my shelf and actually read them. The only ones that I probably won't pick from is I have the series of Harry Potter, which I have a plan next Christmas season. I want to read like each book. It'll probably be in the winter time, winter/Christmas, because Harry Potter is very wintry for me. So winter/Christmas, I'll probably read the Harry Potters. I want to read each book and then watch the movie. So do a reading vlog on each book. And then me watching the movie and giving like my opinions, my thoughts, what they missed out on. I actually have never done that. Read the book and then immediately watched the movie. That way, everything's fresh in your mind. So I do want to do that with Harry Potter. And I also want to do that with my Twilight. So I have the box set of Twilight 2 that my husband got me for my birthday. And it's the white books. For where I want to do Harry Potter for like winter and Christmas, I want to do Twilight for like fall and Halloween, because the Twilight is just such fall vibes. So I'm going to do that for Twilight 2. I'm going to have reading vlogs for it, where I'm going to read one book, and then I'm going to watch the movie, and I'll give like little updates as I'm watching through the movie with you guys about it. So yeah, that's kind of the plans that I have for my channel this year. I definitely want to read more books off my shelf, because I have been buying these books that I want to read and I'm not actually reading them. So I do want to commit to reading more of my books off my shelf. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stop getting books from the library, because there's still so many books that I want to read from the library too. So I'm just going to try to create more of a balance between library books and books that I own. That way they get used. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and went a little bit longer, because I wanted to talk about like things I wanted to do on my channel. You have to let me know your thoughts on anything down below. Have you read any of these books? Any reviews on these books? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Why or why not? yeah, you have to let me know what you think about my plans for my channel too this year. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel. And next to the subscribe button is the bell. You can ring that to be notified of all my future uploads. And I hope you guys are having a great day, night, weekend, whenever it is you're watching this. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.